Hi there, this is Teresa. Welcome back to the channel. We are going to do all signs. If you're in no contact and you're in separation with your person, you want to know what are their feelings, what are their intentions, what are their next actions. We're going to find out. Keep in mind this is general collective, so only take what resonates, leave the rest. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. We are going to start with Aries first. If you could please like, comment, share, and subscribe, I would appreciate it. Hopefully you are having a great day. Those with Aries placement, your person, you're in no contact, in separation. What is going on with your person? Okay, so this person is frustrated. They're still holding on to you, but their intuition is telling them to not come towards you. What are they frustrated with Aries about? They're frustrated because they know they've hurt you, they've caused a lot of pain, they're trying to protect you from any more further conflict or problems, and there maybe was some type of fight or situation with their friends or their family that they're trying to protect you from. So this person does love you. They are spying to see what you're putting on maybe social media, they're driving by your house, they're maybe hanging out at the places you normally go to. They're trying to see what you're doing using their intuition if they see you in the physical energy without talking to you. It looks like they do want to be honest with you about what's happening. Okay, so their family is manipulating them at this point. That's why they are trying to avoid this conflict between you and them. So what's going to happen with Aries and their person they're in no contact with? Okay, so it looks like for right now this person's not going to reach out to you. They are going to have to accept the ending. Why are they accepting this ending if they love Aries? Why are they accepting this as the end? Because they know that they've hurt you. And this is maybe a newer relationship or a newer connection. This person knows that they have hurt you, they've disappointed you. They know that they cannot get over this conflict with their family, with their friends, people that are manipulating them, who maybe convince them to break up with you. Their intuition is telling them that they should not have broke up with you, but they did because they were frustrated. They got tired of hearing people talk in their ears about them not supposed to be with you. Why do these people have an issue with Aries person, with the collective? What is the issue ultimately? Okay, so this person's, your person's friends or family has told your person that you are just using your Aries person, that you're going to eventually hurt them and disappoint them anyway, that they're just taking you for a ride for your money, and that is why they do not like you or want you with their person. All right, so let's get some advice for those with Aries placement. What is the best advice? What is it you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good? Those with Aries placement, what is going to be the best advice? Welcome abundance into your life. Prosperity is going to be on your way. You just need to have faith and heal your financial challenges. So if you were taking advantage of this person financially, you were using them, or you were using them because of their money, putting you in a better position financially, your best piece of advice is not to worry about Aries if or when they're going to come back and take care of you. Take care of what you need to right now with your financial position. Change is coming. You are needing to go through a job change. There will be an opportunity that will present itself in the next 3 to 7 days or weeks, or potentially in the month of July, that's going to be significant for you. And by October, you're going to be in a really great position because you won't need someone to take care of you. You'll be able to take care of yourself. All right, let's move on to Taurus. All right, Taurus, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. Those with Taurus placement, their person, they're in no contact and separation. What is their person's feelings? What are their intentions? What are their next actions towards Taurus at this time? Those with Taurus placement, their person, they're in no contact and separation with. You're in this person's head, but you know, here's the deal. They made a bad choice. They went towards a rival. Somebody you don't like, this person stopped talking to you because it went towards someone else. Why did they do this? This person convinced them that the two of them should be together, that maybe they could be a power couple, they could be something that would be significantly higher elevation. maybe status-wise. This person could have convinced your person that they could have given them a different life than what maybe you could have gave them. Either way, this person is playing games with your person, and your person's not emotionally happy with this new person, this rival that they went toward. Now, maybe they have blocked communication with you. It wasn't them who did it. It was the rival. They went into their phone and blocked or deleted your phone number. Okay. Let's get into this, Taurus. This person you're in no contact, in separation with. Taurus placements, their person they're in no contact with. This new person they went towards had made a lot of promises that the two of them were going to collaborate, they were going to build a business, they were going to work together, help your person get a promotion. They maybe met this person through their job or through their career. It looks like your person knows, they're all in their head, that they made a bad choice. They made a bad chess move, and they don't know how to backpedal. They don't know how to fix what they've done. Yep. They know that they sabotaged this connection, and now they're caught up in their head. They're not sure what to do because of them choosing this other person. They wish they could create peace or make peace with you. However, because of what they're doing, they feel like there's no point. That they're taking their loss, they're taking their L, and they're having to move away from the situation between the two of you. Here's the thing. They're still secretly below the surface, what you don't know or what you don't see, and what this other person doesn't know and doesn't see is they're still waiting for you to reach out to them. Even though you're probably not, that's what they're waiting for. All right, well, let's get some advice for Taurus. All right, let's get some advice for Taurus. What is the best piece of advice? What is the guidance? What do you need to hear? What do you need to know that's going to serve your highest good, Taurus? Open your heart. It's time for you to play again and step into the spotlight. If you have been dimming your own light for this person, waiting for them to return, waiting for them to put you in the front and center of their life, don't wait for them. Make the decision that heal from the situation, work through it, and realize that you don't have to judge yourself or judge them any longer. That it's time for you to bring things into balance, new experiences, find love, find joy, find happiness, and other things in your life. All right, Gemini. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. Those with Gemini placements. No contact and separation. What is going on with you and your person? Gemini. This person cut you off and rejected you really quickly. The reason why they did this is this person really was just in this for a fling, a short-term situation, an intimate encounter, and they feel like you misunderstood what their intentions were. They are being very immature by not being honest with you. They are somebody who gets a little bit anxious with having to speak the words of what their intentions are, knowing that they're not the best. So this person really doesn't want to have to reveal to you that there was a misunderstanding, that they had no intention of ever giving you a relationship. So if they said a lot of sweet things, they spent a lot of time with you, a lot of communication, and then you slept together, and then they ghosted you, they cut you out, they rejected you. Yeah, look at that. The Chariot forced its way out. They left. It looks like this person is being immature, not telling you the true reason why is they really just looked at this as a fling. Nothing more, nothing less. They feel like you misunderstood what they were putting down. You weren't picking up. Yeah, they're not coming in with communication. They're avoiding this inevitable energy of this is a newer connection, and they've now cut off that communication of the new connection. They don't want to reveal the truth. They don't. Why are they not wanting to do that? This person could be married. They could have a family with somebody else, that this was not something they were looking for long term. Yeah, there's that Tower in reverse. This person knows that there were maybe a lot of unresolved issues. Maybe they went towards you because they were fighting with their spouse, their boyfriend, their girlfriend, their significant other, their partner. There was some disruption in their home environment, and there was a lot of unresolved issues. Instead of focusing on resolving those issues, they stepped out of that relationship towards you. All right, well, let's get some advice for Gemini. What is the best advice? What is the guidance? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good, Gemini, at this time? What's the advice for Gemini? Don't settle for less than you deserve. Take control over your thoughts and make a decision to choose you and prioritize you and what you truly deserve. All right. You could have heavy Libra in your chart also. All right, Cancer. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Cancer. No contact and separation with you and your person. What are their feelings? What are their intentions? What are their next actions, Cancer? This person does care about you. They just can't handle you and the situation. They are somebody who changes their mind quite a bit. 1 minute they want you, they pull you really close, they're sweet, and they're very endearing. And the next minute they completely ghost you, they completely go silent on you, and they're not as loyal as you would imagine they would be. Why is this person in silence? This person doesn't really know if they want to take a leap of faith in this connection. They think that maybe you need some counseling. They may need some counseling, that the connection itself maybe needs some counseling. There's a codependent energy here that your person feels the two of you have, and they don't know if they should just move on from this and try to cut ties, but they're really struggling with doing that. So this feels like a conflict of personality. So let's see, because they do care about you, but they feel like they can't handle you or the situation between the two of you. So for those with Cancer placement, what's going on with this person for Cancer placements? Their person, they're in no contact and separation. There's the Death card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. This person put an end to the situation for now. They're definitely not opening up communication. Something has changed within your person. They're still obsessed with you, but not being with you. What is it that they can't handle about Cancer? You may have an expectation of the financial status you expect from this person. You expect this person to go into something more stable or secure. Maybe they don't make enough money. Maybe they don't provide enough. Maybe they are not bringing a sense of stability or security, or they feel you're not bringing that to the connection. Yeah, it looks like this person wants to communicate with you, that they just feel helpless and hopeless, that it's a situation where they really care about you, but they don't want to be with you. But it doesn't look like they want to tell you that either. Yeah, they're definitely not opening up. So let's get some advice for Cancer. What is the best advice? What is the guidance? What is it you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good? Those with Cancer placements. All right, Cancer placements. What's the advice for you at this time? What do you need to know? Open up with your spiritual gifts. I think you have high intuition that you've been choosing to ignore. You're being asked to reflect before you actually move forward. Reflect on what your intuition had been telling you about your own individual growth when it comes to this situation actually working out. I think you know intuitively, deep within your own insight, that it was not going to work anyway, but potentially you were trying to overlook the details as to why. So you're being guided to really reflect upon to be able to clear that out. All right, Leo, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Leo, no contact and separation with you and your person. What are their feelings? What are their intentions? What are their next actions or moves, Leo? Leo placements. Your person feels like the two of you are just on completely different pages. They feel like it's fated that the two of you did come together because they're needing to learn some lesson in their life, and they don't know, maybe they haven't figured out what that lesson is, but they know there's a lesson attached to this situation. Your person could have a lot of barriers or blockages or obstacles in their life, and they know they're not perfect, but they're They miss you upon not being in contact with you, but they're trying to determine what is the lesson, what was the reason why I met Leo, and what am I supposed to do with this? Yeah, they're definitely avoiding the conversation right now. There's some damage that's happened between you and your person. They want to be loyal and devoted to the two of you, or they still are because they miss you, but they just don't feel like you're on the same page, that you're on different timelines. And they maybe don't know how to jump timelines. So let's find out, Leo. All right, Leos, no contact and separation. Yeah, your person's definitely not happy right now. They feel like they wish they knew how to get on the same page. They wish they could figure out these lessons they're supposed to be learning, but they haven't been able to do that. They're not communicating. They've either blocked communication or they're just avoiding having a conversation right now. Could be dealing with the Virgo. There is introspection your person is going through right now because they feel like the two of you are just on different pages. They could feel like you want one thing, they want something else, and it's a very critical situation. There could also be a little bit of an immaturity difference. We have a king and a knight here. So there could be, Leo, you could be very passionate, very driven, very fiery, as you are a fire sign. You could be somebody who is very confident and driven with what you're passionate about. Your person is excited about certain things, but maybe they're not at the same level because you're definitely on different pages. This could be a same-sex relationship. It doesn't have to be, but it could be. It looks like you and your person are not in alignment. They're well aware you're not in alignment, but they're avoiding the conversation of figuring out what is the real lesson as to why the two of you have been fated together. That's what they're trying to uncover during silence, why they're avoiding this conversation. So I don't see communication coming in right now. Let's get you some advice, Leo. All right, what is the best advice? What is the guidance for Leo? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good, Leo? What's the best advice for Leo at this time? No contact and separation with their person. Open up with your spiritual gifts. You need to make self-care and self-love a priority, and you need to start praying. There's something that you didn't expect perhaps in the situation. Maybe you didn't expect there to be this avoidance of this conversation, but you're being asked to pray, and your answers of what you need to pray about is going to come to you, and those answers are going to be hidden within those prayers. So Spirit is also trying to send you some type of guidance with these answers. So maybe spending time in nature, spending time meditating, spending time journaling is going to help you. All right, Virgo. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. Those with Virgo placements, no contact and separation with you and your person. What is it you need to know? What do you need to hear? It's going to serve your highest good. Your person is awakening, Virgo. You make them really nervous. They do want to work it out. They want to mend the bridge of this no contact and separation, but they're very cold and detached right now. They feel like closure of something that happened needs to happen. They're awakening that they're trying to hold everything together while in separation, but they're heartbroken. What's going on with Virgo's person? This person feels like there is an emotional blockage between the two of you. Either it's on your side or their side, or potentially on both of you, that has not closed out. You could be married to this person. You could live with this person. You could have a family with this person. This person wants things to be better, but they're questioning if maybe just being single and independent is a better route for them at this time. All right, Virgo and their person. Okay, you could be dealing with a Leo. We do have the Strength in reverse with the Page of Swords. So Your person is observing you not having the willpower, not having the strength to maybe work things out, not do what needs to happen with this emotional blockage. Maybe you're the one blocking something out. Looks like they've turned their back on you and the situation. They maybe have supported or... Give me one more on that one. They might have supported the connection up to a certain point that they're not willing to support anymore. Yeah, we got fire energy. This person feels like they've supported the connection up to this point too far. And it looks like now they're like not wanting to support it. They want to work on it, but they are blocking out some type of emotion. And that's why they're being cold and detached. What is this blocked emotion? They don't trust you. They don't trust the situation. They don't trust that it's going to work in their favor. If they're the one who has supported most of the connection, they don't feel that you're bringing this happiness, this growth, this potential here. They don't trust that you're going to step up and wake up of what you need to do in the connection. So it looks like for right now, I don't see them coming towards you. I do see them trying to hold it together in the interim while the two of you are in silence or separation. So let's get some advice for Virgo. What is the best advice? What is the guidance? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good, Virgo? What's the advice for Virgo at this time? Regain your focus. There is a way forward, but you need to have deeper insight. You need to have an overall plan that's good for you and have the details of the plan that's actually going to work to overcome this. Because there is an opportunity or possibility that you're being guided spiritually or personally to break free from this emotional blockage. So whatever this is, you're needing to wrap your arms around it and figure out what that blockage is, break the blockage down so that it can be open and free so that you can actually be loyal and dedicated to the situation at hand. All right, Libra. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Libra, no contact in separation. What is your feeling, your person's feelings, intentions, next actions, Libra? What's going on with Libra? Okay, so there's a third party here. It doesn't have to be romantic, it could be. It could be a friend, it could be a coworker, it could be a family member. Your person went towards somebody else and destroyed the connection between the two of you because they needed space. They're realizing that this person they went towards, there's too many differences. They don't want this new person. They just felt like there was some type of fight or disagreement between the two of you, so they wanted space and distance. And now they're realizing they want to meet up with you. They feel like only you is the person they want to be with. They're hoping that you're still available. They're hoping you're waiting for them. They feel like this new person is completely draining you. And there's too many differences that they should have never went towards this third party or try to make things work with a new person so quick, so soon. Libra's person, no contact and separation. Yeah, this could have been somebody they worked with, could have been somebody that they worked out with at the gym. Maybe they take classes at like a cycling class or something together. That's where they met this third party, this rival. You're the person that they love. They still have unconditional love for you. They are coming in. Looks like they're coming towards you to try to balance things out. You could be seeing 636 is what I'm seeing. So you could see this person coming towards you. You could be feeling they're getting ready to come towards you. They are waiting for the right time of when they can actually reconcile. They're ready to get to the connection. They only want to be with you. They are going to want to meet up with you because they feel like they abandoned the connection too quick, too soon with you. They jumped ship. They feel lost. They feel like they maybe didn't listen to what their intuition was telling them about not going towards another person so quick, and now they are having that regret. So it looks like they are going to reach out. They're going to want to meet up with you and have a conversation with you. All right, let's get some advice. What is the advice or guidance for Libra? What is it you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good, Libra? What is the advice? What's the guidance for Libra? Increase your knowledge, and whatever you were thinking about, what choice you were thinking about making to move forward, the answer is yes. Your guides are saying, yes, that is the right choice. That is the right thing to do in order to move forward. Maybe you were thinking about having an opportunity talking to your person. Then yes, that would be a good way to work on the situation if that's what you want. Of course, you have free will. All right, Scorpio. Scorpio, no contact in separation. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Scorpio, no contact in separation. What's going on with your person? Your person knows that they needed to speak up about some type of new opportunity. This could be a job opportunity or a relocation, a moving opportunity. They did go silent on you, and they are being a great mystery because they don't know if it's best to tell you that they got this new opportunity and that it's going to take them physically away from you. They're not sure that if they communicate with you that you would be empathetic to their desire to want to move and relocate or to take this new job that will physically take them away from you. They do want to know, do you still love them even though they've been silent? Because there's been a little bit of time, this could be the last week or the last couple weeks, this person needs time to figure out what they're going to do, if they're going to actually tell you or if they're just going to go ahead and take the opportunity and completely stay silent. All right, let's find out Scorpio. No contact in separation with Scorpio and their person. Could be dealing with a Capricorn. Scorpio. All right, so there's the Hierophant. This person is committed to taking the new opportunity. They know they're committed. The problem is they don't know if they should just completely be silent and move away and just not tell you what they're doing, or if they should really tell you and commit to telling you what the truth is. They are not sure that you're going to be empathetic. Why do they feel this way? They may have said at one point they would never move, they would never relocate, that they were content where they were. And this could be a situation where maybe you don't live physically close and this opportunity is even further away. There's some type of lie that they said at some point in the connection. They don't know now if they should speak up and tell you the real reason why they're being silent, because they are being very mysterious, because they lied about this opportunity at some point. Okay, so it does look like eventually, and it feels like heavily after they've already traveled, they've already went the distance to the new opportunity, they've moved and relocated, they're going to come in with communication. It could be 8 days or 8 weeks for some of you. They're going to let you know that they're confident with the decision they made to take this opportunity. Maybe it was an opportunity of a lifetime. Maybe it was an opportunity for them to be a partner in a business, or an opportunity that could grow into something significant for them, where they didn't want to be convinced, or they didn't want to be guilted into not taking the opportunity. And that's what they will actually explain to you. I don't see reconciliation, but I do see after some time, after it's said and done and it's been some distance, them coming back just to justify and explain why they made this decision. And they're gonna say, you know what, it's been some time and I don't feel the connection is going to be able to work because of X, Y, and Z. But it's gonna be after a time of no communication for a while. 8 days, 8 weeks, something like that. All right, let's get some advice for Scorpio. What is the best advice? What is the guidance? What do you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good? Scorpio, no contact and separation. This is not the divine right time to take any action. Be patient. The opportunity moment is going to approach. You're going to be able to manifest what you need, but you need to trust that your vibration is rising because of the separation of this connection. So that's your best piece of advice, is recognizing that right now is not the time for you to be in this connection with this person. Sagittarius. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Sagittarius, no contact in separation. I'm hearing turn off the news. So you're not supposed to be watching the news right now. This person is an ex-lover. This person makes really crappy choices and decisions. They were pretending like them in the connection with you, they were pretending quite a bit. Now they've run away because they are greedy and they're selfish. They are caught up in their head because this was a newer connection that they were playing a lot of games. They actually maybe told you they wanted a commitment, but they were pretending they wanted a commitment, but they really didn't. So it looks like the divine has come in and broke this connection apart. All right, Sagittarius, what's going on with this person? You're in no contact and separation. You maybe were sleeping with this person. Sagittarius' person. Their intuition told them that they needed to stop pretending, to stop playing games with you. Yeah, they were only in this for a lustful desire, for an intimate connection. I don't see them reaching out. I do see them running away and staying away. They're learning a lesson about why they needed to run away. What is this lesson, this person that's in no contact with Sagittarius? They're learning the lesson that they need to be more sympathetic and empathetic, and they need to be more compassionate to other people's emotions, to not only lead towards what they want, but what other people want. So they could be going through karmic energy that they're trying to smooth out, and the karmic experiences is going to teach them what they do to others is done to themselves. All right, well, let's get some advice for Sagittarius. What is the best advice? What is the guidance you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good? Sagittarius. What's the advice for Sagittarius? Your angels are with you, trying to heal you. Make yourself a priority. You are being protected in a bubble of light right now that is going to help you be able to exaggerate your confidence by being protected from this connection. So the divine did come down and break this connection apart because you are being protected from it. Capricorn. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Capricorn, no contact in separation. What is going on with your person? 32 on the clock. You could be 32 years old. They could be 32 years old. Capricorn, person, you're in no contact and separation. They do want to reach out because they want a future with you. The reason they broke apart from you is they're trying to fill a void in their life. It has nothing to do with you. Even though the damage they caused has triggered you potentially, they're accepting that they don't want anyone else. They desire peace in the situation. You are family to them, and they do consider you family even for the long term, whether you're together or not. So it looks like they do want to reach out. So let's find out what they're actually going to do here, Capricorn. Capricorns that are in no contact in separation with their person. Yeah, this could be a newer person. I do see them reaching out, bringing a sense of stability and security back into the connection for the long term. Yeah, they want to marry you. They want to build a house. They want to build a home, build a business, build a future. They want to try to figure out what they can do about this void that they have within themselves. This person distanced themselves because there is something they're trying to fill within themselves, and it can't be because of your relationship or your connection. They're going to reach out to create peace because they want peace with you, but they're going to explain to you that they have some type of void that they're trying to fill, and they're needing to work it up. They're needing to fill that void themselves. They need to be strong for themselves so that they can be strong with you. So I do see them attempting to try to return back with an explanation and what they're doing about this void in themselves. All right, let's get some advice for Sagittarius. What is the best piece of advice? What is it you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good? Capricorn, I think I said Sag, Capricorn. What's the advice for Capricorn? Take control over your thoughts because change is coming. Don't think negative. What you want, stay focused on what the reality is in the present because you're going to get what you want as a new opportunity in the future. You're going to go through, this is a time of transformative placement and energy for you. Aquarius, if you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Aquarius, no contact and separation. What is going on with your person? They're thinking about the long term, the long game. Whatever you said to them, it really hurt them, and they feel like it has damaged their heart. They wish things could have been different. They were really surprised whatever you said, but now they feel like their life is falling apart. They're acting like they're happy, but they're really not. There is some money issues with your person. They are watching tarot readings, trying to gain knowledge about you. And if or when the potential could be that you guys could have a new beginning at some point down the road. All right, well, let's find out here, Aquarius. What's going on with your person? No contact and separation. Aquarius. Okay, there's the Lovers. So this person could be a Gemini. This person is making a choice and decision. Yeah, they're definitely coming in with communication to let you know that they do realize they feel like a victim of whatever you said. It has hurt them. Tell me more. Whatever you said, it devalued them. It made them feel devalued. Now, of course, yes, you're not supposed to allow people to impact how you feel about yourself, but sometimes it does. And that's what your person is recognizing, is they feel like they didn't expect whatever you said. It really devalued, or it took the goldenness that they felt about themselves and it dimmed them. Okay, you could have a child with this person. Tell me more. They feel deceived. They feel like whatever you said, they feel like was a lie. Wasn't true, wasn't fair, and it hurt them immensely. They're coming in with communication. They're going to observe your behavior when they bring this to light. When they say, what you said to me really hurt me, and it really destroyed me. And they're curious to see what your response is going to be. That is going to be whatever their intentions are going to be after that, based off of what your response is when they come towards you. When they come in with this communication, what you said hurt me, it really destroyed me, it really affected me of how I feel about myself and my value, because I feel like it's not true, but you said it, which makes me think you think it's true. They're curious to see what your response will be. Based off of your response is how they're going to actually proceed forward. So depending on what you say or do is going to impact the outcome of if there's going to be a new beginning or not. All right, let's get you some advice, Aquarius. What is the best piece of advice? What is it you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good, Aquarius? Express gratitude, because whatever your plans are, they're going to come to pass, and you're going to get assistance on being able to manifest a new beginning. You need to make the decision of taking control of the situation. If you feel that what you said was deserving or was justified, you're going to need to be able to understand that maybe what you said might have been true, but your person doesn't feel that same way. So you're going to have to recognize that maybe you're not perfect either, and maybe what you judged your person is really just a mere reflection of you needing to judge yourself. There's something about that. In order to heal the situation, you may have to look in the mirror at yourself also. All right, Pisces. If you want your own personalized in-depth reading, check out my website, TimelessDivineTarot.com. I do have a 24 to 48 hour turnaround. All right, Pisces, no contact in separation. What is your person's feelings, intentions, next actions, Pisces? What's going on for Pisces? Your person is making themselves a priority. They're intensifying, not wasting any time. They have a lot of regrets of they spent a lot of time in the connection with the two of you, and they're giving up on that. They feel like they need to focus on healing, and they want to become a better person. They maybe are just kind of keeping it on the down low, not telling you why they are not making this a priority anymore. They're very self-focused and self-driven. Why is this person pulling back from Pisces and really just focusing on themselves and becoming whole again and wanting to be a better version of themselves? Okay, this is them being in introspection mode. So you could be dealing with a Virgo. This person is realizing that they need to have boundaries in place, that they need to be very much making their healing journey a priority. Mentally healing. Yeah, there's been a lot of fights, a lot of conflict, a lot of misunderstandings between the two of you, and they're making plans. This is a turning point for them, that they want success in their life. So they're moving forward away from the connection in the hopes that they're going to be able to just focus on themselves. Yeah, we've got that 10 of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So this person feels like it's done, it's over, that it's taken a toll on them, and they're ready to give up and just make themselves a priority. Let's get some advice for Pisces. What is the best advice? What is the guidance you need to know? What do you need to hear that's going to serve your highest good? Pisces. Stay your course, don't panic. You might be on the wrong path, but it may be bumpy right now, but you're learning from this experience and you just need to keep going. There is something else that you're gonna allow yourself to be more of a wish fulfillment if you keep going. But if you allow this blockage to stop you and keep you stuck, then you won't be able to receive the benefit in the future, which is a wish fulfillment of whatever that wish is. Yeah, it looks like you could be challenged right now, but you're needing to focus on not panicking and just staying the course of allowing things to go the way they are, because it's going to work out in the end for you.